Hey, what's up, Gangalicious? Welcome back to another Tearout tutorial, and today we're covering the sound design, glitch sound design of Dveight. And you may have heard this in his recent EP, Blood Clot. There's a couple of songs, like this one. That one is super sick and has some really nice glitches in it, and today I'm gonna be showing you how to basically get similar results, because I know you guys love that fucking Dveight shit. Right, let's start off. So first of all, of course, we're gonna need a bass. So usually what I like to just do is grab like one-shot basses. This is a good time to use our own basses. That's perfect. That's perfect. So, first of all, I want to break down the processing of this rack here. This is one of my racks from my new pack, the expansion, Volume 3. And it's a very versatile, easy to fucking use rack. You just slap it on the fucking bass, post-processing, and you have it all like lined out for you, but there's also parameters that you can change to kind of mess with the dynamics of the sound, the overall tone and frequency of it, I'm pretty sure. But let's get into it. So first of all, we have an exchanger here. Let me open that up real quick. These are the parameters. I pitched it up 12 semitones just to give that more brilliant sparkle for transitions. That's why the mix is down on 0, because this is for transitions mostly. See that? It gives it very sparkly kind of sound to it. So yeah, that's not really doing anything at the moment, other than the mix being automated for like transitions. But here's the processing. So we first start out with this parallel processing rack, which I have the sub turned down -15 decibels because it's being like blown the fuck out with the EQ. But the reason I'm doing this is because later on there's some processing that makes the whole thing super loud, and as you can guess, if we have that all on, you know, it doesn't sound the worst, but it sounds very clippy, very distorted, very muddy, and we don't want that. So we want to keep it balanced. That's the perfect kind of settings for it, I guess. Yeah, some EQ going on for the sub. Just boosting up those low lows, and then cutting out, of course, all the high mids, because that's being processed over here. And the processing of this sound comes from the Redux. I know that may not sound too different, but it's giving it a lot of crunch. That's the method right there. Then there's the saturator. I'm literally boosting this like ever so slightly. I don't think this even is necessary, but somehow my ear can tell the difference, and it's more distorted. There's a frequency shifter, frequency shifting it down. Whoa. Alright, yeah, as I was saying, frequency shifter, that's frequency shifting it down quite a bit. I'll show you what this sounds like without it, because it's quite audible difference. It's really just turning the chorus down, kind of giving it more of a lower growly kind of feel to it. But you can mess with the frequency however much you want. It really doesn't matter. Then after all of that, on the high mids chain, to separate it all, because this is all separated, hold on. This is just an EQing out the fucking 200 mid area, yeah, 144 to 200 hertz. It just gives it a lot more crunch, a lot more phase in the sub, which in my opinion, this frequency region is the most annoying for my ears, and I feel like it sounds a lot more dirtier, a lot more girthier, without this frequency. But that's subjective. That's a subjective matter. Snap keep. This is where the main distortion is coming from. As you can hear, there is it's literally just one effect, which is distortion. Which in this case, you could probably just have what like the distortion plugin instead of having Snap Keep open. But this is always like useful to like keep on connecting effects onto before and after, you know. But the drive is up 2.75 decibels. Mix always down to 70%. And normally I would give it a bit of spread, but we already have that stereo width. And then lastly, we have just some more sub controlling and just like boosting it a little bit more. Now that we got over the fucking processing of it, I want to really show you how we get that Dveight glitch, and that is with none other than the plugin that he himself uses, confirmed by the way. So we're gonna slap on DFX buffer override. So at first, you're not going to hear anything, like no glitches, because this is the thing you're going to be looking at, this little size and divisor kind of map. So if we just grab an audio rec, slap resampling, and repeat this, we're going to slap on the record button. By the way, if you right click and then click this off, you can have this button turned on without it automatically starting the recording. So you can press space whenever and it'll be fine. So yeah, let's go ahead and record this kind of mud pie growl session. And that is the Dveight method. And I think there's a little bit of extra processing on this rack here. Yep. Rack While Cool is being renamed to, in my pack, Deceivance _ mixing. And it is called Beefer and Cruncher, or it should be, yeah, it's Beefer and Cruncher. Let me check that out. Yep. Beefer and Cruncher. Okay, so this rec is a very easy, versatile plugin. I mean, rack to use. You just slap it on the bass channel, on the sidechain channel, and you have instant fucking gnarliness.